Well, hey there, everyone. Good evening. KLBK Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley here in the First Warning Weather Center. We're logging on to give a check-in on the storms that we've got across the region tonight. So if you want to, you can comment in the chat and let us know where you're watching from. If you've got any questions, feel free to leave those as well. We'll do our best, or rather, I will do my best to answer those for you. The current time is now 11:28 p.m. here on our Monday, April 28th. It is day number 4,327 of severe weather, it feels like, here in West Texas and eastern New Mexico. Really, it's only been about a week, but it has been a very long 7 days, a very active stretch of severe weather. So we do have some warnings to talk about out there tonight. We've had one that has been issued by the National Weather Service office out of the Midland, Odessa area for Gaines and Dawson counties. This particular storm is warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar-sized hailstones. You notice that the general movement with this is off towards the north and east, with everything slowly drifting to the north. And the reason why it's slowly taking on a little bit more of that northerly jog is because our dry line is drifting to the north tonight, and that's allowing this activity to continue to develop to the north. So there's the overall general movement of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower our reflectivity return, so that way we can get a little bit better of a view of where that dry line is and what it's looking like out there tonight. So our dry line, you can kind of see with this outflow moving back to the north and west, is located just south of the Highway 6282 corridor, which runs basically from here. So this activity is basically moving northeast, but it's slowly developing back to the north and northeast. So there is the chance we see it in Lubbock based off of current track and everything, though. This should stay just to the south of the metro, but again, we'll be keeping a close eye on it to see whether or not it actually does impact the city of Lubbock. So again, a little too early to tell whether it is or not, but we are seeing a lot of lightning. In fact, over the past hour, we went from 0 to 200 strikes here with a lightning count. So things are heating up pretty quick tonight down in Gaines and Dawson County. But again, the most intense part of the storm right now is here in eastern Gaines, even back down into Andrews County, included in this warning until midnight, which runs for the next 30 minutes or so. As we take a look at one of our radar products that we use here on KLBK, this is our severe tracker, also known as our Barron button. And as we turn off the lightning, what we're able to see, these areas in black, that's where radar's algorithm is suggesting that we could have up to 2-inch in diameter sized hail. And notice embedded within this line, we have radar estimating it to be anywhere from quarter pea sized, even half-inch in diameter, all the way up to 2 inches in diameter, which is about the size of a lime. So pretty good range there in sizes being estimated by radar tonight. But again, this is basically what we're dealing with across the region right now. We've got some of the shower and storm activity making its way into Seminole. And in fact, let me go and find our camera here in Seminole. This is a live look there. The roads are a little wet. Most of this activity, again, is off to the east and southeast of Seminole. And as we take a look at our mesonet site down in that area, the dew point, or relative humidity, dew point right now is only 42 degrees. But we have had a little bit of rainfall over the past hour, mainly to the east of Seminole. None officially being observed there at the mesonet site on the north side of town. But Welch, which is in northwestern Dawson County, right in this area, let me draw it on, right in this area, has picked up 1/100th of an inch over the past hour. So, again, that's what we're looking at right now, mainly south of Highway 6282 here. From Seminole back through Seagraves, Brownfield, and Lubbock, we're seeing this line develop. We have a brand new warning that has just been issued for Terry and Lynn counties. And it's hard to do the box how I typically do the track because this is a line, so I can't really get a good draw. Let me see if I can. And I don't like how that looks. Let's do this. Yeah, it's just weird. So this new warning has been issued for portions of Terry and Lynn counties for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and it's moving northeast at 40. So we'll track this out over the next hour. This is where it brings it here. I think that's good. It's a lot on the screen, but we'll take it. Okay, so this is the latest warning that has been issued by the National Weather Service office out of Lubbock. Again, up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail will be possible with this. And here in a minute, I will come and check in the chat with you all. Try to answer any questions you all may have. But while you're waiting, feel free to go ahead and click that subscribe button. Today is the 28th of April. We're almost into the 29th. Hard to believe the last couple of days of the month here already. And this warning goes through 12:30 a.m. And again, the biggest concern here are going to be those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hailstones. In movement is northeast at 40 miles per hour. Here we go. Sure we get all this posted up in here. So what we're watching with this line is it is continuing to move northeast, but it's developing back to the northeast as that dry line is continuing to kind of build back into the region. So it's giving us a little bit of a tricky track with this particular track. But again, this is overall the general movement it's headed in the general areas that will likely be impacted over the next hour or so. Getting this posted to all of the social feeds, and as soon as I get this done, I will go through the chat and answer any questions you may have. But again, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it would be much appreciated. And then I will join you guys there in just a second, you guys and gals, to answer any questions you may have. All right, let's head on over to it. Put that latest warning there in the chat as well. Again, this could impact, it will impact portions of Lubbock County. Right now, the best chance is going to stay to the south of the Lubbock Metro, though. Appreciate you always tuning in. David saying they're getting some pretty big hail there, a little southeast of Seminole. Haven't gone out to measure it, but it is allowed. David, don't go out until, if it's not safe for you to go outside, please don't. But would love any hail reports that you're able to safely get. Again, please don't get out in that, though. Definitely don't want you to get knocked in the head by that. Texas Bravo 23. Again, there is a chance we could get impacted by this here in Lubbock. I think the best chance right now is going to stay south of the metro. We have a new little cell that's popping up there near Slayton. But you can see the general movement of this. It is trying, like I said, building back to the northeast because of that dry line continuing to back into the area. So there is the chance it does impact us here in the metro. Best chance, though, is going to be over the southeastern side of Lubbock County to see this impact. And let me click out of that warning, and we'll loop it over the past hour to show you what it looks like here. Let's go back to the chat and answer some of those questions. Eric's in a good light show down there in Brownfield. I believe it. Ashley, I don't really think that we need to be concerned with the tornado potential tonight, but we could see wind gusts upwards of 70 miles per hour, maybe upwards of some ping pong ball-sized hail too. Becky, yeah, we'll get the outflow boundary. It'll be windy and dusty for sure, but it'd be nice to get some rain. Michelle's saying she's off 50th here in Lubbock and can see the beautiful lightning from the porch from that storm. Now let's turn that lightning tracker back on, actually. Yeah, almost 300 strikes now. So an hour ago we had no lightning at all, and now we're about 300 strikes in the past hour. So that's pretty significant. Look at this hail core down in Andrews County really picking up. Now that is a little skewed because it's measuring higher up in the atmosphere, but as we swap to the Midland radar, which is just as close, or even closer, it's showing some 3-inch hailstones there for those areas in white, southwest of Frankel City there in western Andrews County. Pretty stout storms popping up here along the outflow, or along the dry line tonight. And this is kind of where it's progressed over the past hour. New mesoscale discussion coming out saying there's a 40% chance that they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm watch for our area, which means a 60% likelihood that they won't. Working on getting this pulled up. The Storm Prediction Center's website's been a little laggy, a little slow the past couple of days. Anyways, isolated large hail may be noted with developing thunderstorms. The need for a severe thunderstorm watch is uncertain. Southeasterly low-level flow is increasing across West Texas late this evening. The latest VWP data from Midland shows this with 50 knot, 1 kilometer flow and strong 0 to 3 kilometer storm relative helicity. Latest diagnostic data suggests boundary layer moisture has surged back into the Texas South Plains. The sharp moisture demarcation appears to be partly responsible for the recent uptick in convection from near I&K to Lynn County. Hail is noted along this line of storms, which should gradually spread develop northeast as a low-level jet is expected to remain focused into this region. Given the linear nature of this convection, current thinking is hail should remain somewhat marginal. Even so, isolated hail could exceed severe levels. Some of you have been, again, reporting some of that larger hail down there. Now it's warmed up to golf ball sized hailstones. So, alright, that's what we're putting in the chat now. It's a golf ball sized hail now possible there in Gaines and Dawson counties. That could extend into Terry and Lynn counties as well as this activity continues to build northeast. Slayton, you've got a little shower popping up over the top of you right now, Angel. Eduardo, due to that backing dry line with radiational cooling in our atmosphere, it allows our temperature to kind of get down closer to where our dew point is, and with that dry line backing into the region, helps to bring that moisture content back up, so it helps us just kind of hit saturation a lot quicker when that occurs. Yeah, Loveland, you're not technically in it right now. I don't like the way that these warnings get drawn sometimes. Hockley County, you are technically included in the warning for literally this. That much of Hockley County is included in the warning. So that's why your phone went off in Hockley County. I really need to cut my grass too, Becky. My yard is getting a little out of hand. But it's too wet to do now, so. Teresa, hopefully you have good memories of him while you watch the weather. It's crazy here in West Texas. Yeah, watching the northward end of this, especially west of Tahokas, it's taking more of that northerly track, so we'll see if it can, if it will make its way into Lubbock. So this is kind of the front edge of all of this now. As we go back, it initially started kind of in this area. So again, it's moving more. We'll see. Definitely think it could impact us here in the metro, though, so that's why we are on live tonight, and also because other areas that we cover are being impacted, so. Sorry about that. Trying to go through Facebook comments as well. You can answer those. So starting to see this feature in Gaines County push more to the east. Right in here, it's taking more of an easterly track. Kind of see it here pushing out, or it's growing more to the east. It may not be pushing east, but it is expanding more to the east. Whereas this in western Lynn County here is going more in this general direction. So we'll have to watch it here in Lubbock very closely. See just exactly where it tracks. So 5 miles east of Seminole, we had golf ball size hail reported. Putting that in the chat as well. The latest storm report we just had in from Gaines County down near Seminole. So heads up Lubbock, I do think this northern batch here is going to bring us more of an impact. Watching this one. See how it's expanding more north and east? I think it's going to come more this way. We'll see. Y'all tell me what you think. You think it's going to hit Lubbock? Looks like it'll at least clip the southeast side of town. Brownfield, this looks to say to your south, Eric. I know you're technically included. Portions of Terry County are in this warning, but I think it'll say just to your south. Yeah, it's expanding pretty quick to the northeast. Get this posted out to social. So Lubbock, it's looking more and more likely that we will see some impacts across the metro from this. Oops, better get that out. Perfect. Just trying to get this posted to social, so if anybody else is up and wanting to get the latest coverage of this storm, they can join us here. Oops. Again, Lubbock, these are going to be the potential impact times for the metro region. Oh, goodness. sending out a push alert through our weather app. If you all don't have it already, you can download it at the Everything Lubbock weather app. Send this out. Well, got the notification, and we will tune back in here to our live stream. Well, first, as of right now, not looking as likely for you. Not saying it won't, but not looking as likely for you. Southeastern portion of the Lubbock Metro looks like it's going to have the best chance of seeing some of this shower and storm activity. Good evening, Ethan. Meta, this is going to stay to your south, Kayla. The app is called the Everything Lubbock Weather app. Good thing in the Everything Lubbock if I can speak, in the Everything Lubbock weather app as well. If you ever miss one of our forecasts over the air, we try to put it in there as well, so you can watch it there. Working on getting our live stream set up through the app as well for severe weather coverage when we're on the wall. So that will be another great resource and tool for everyone to be able to have and use. Victoria, glad you got a nap in. Mother Nature's not going to let you rest too easy tonight. Trying to get another view of this storm as it's moving in. Again, just east of Seminole, we did have a confirmed report of golf ball-sized hail. And what we're able to see is that this line down in Gaines County is starting to take more of that easterly track too. Right, and here's what we're talking about. So at the end of our 10 o'clock newscast, we had no lightning strikes at all. Now we're close to 500 strikes over the past hour. In this area alone. And these storms are dumping a lot of rain over some of the same areas. They're not moving all that much. So it looks like the best chance in the Lubbock Metro right now is basically going to be Lubbock County is going to be this area here. But we'll track it close and see. It might miss the metro by less than just a few miles. Not all of the metro, based on the current track. We'll see. Priest about this. There's a chance that none of the metro does. Just keeping a close eye on radar tonight as we've got some severe storms moving through the area. These are capable down in Gaines County, up to golf ball sized hail. Gaines County is down here. Oops, hold on just one second. That particular warning has since expired. It expired at midnight. But this particular portion of storms near Brownfield to Hoka, moving on off in this general direction, so heads up Slayton, is capable of some 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hailstones. But this southern batch has a history of golf ball-sized hailstones and some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. That one's going to be headed towards Lamesa, O'Donnell area, so heads up there. We'll loop this again, and we'll go back to the chat. '82nd University, Texas Bravo 23, right now looks to stay southeast of that general area. Victoria's saying some nice lightning out at 114th in Indiana. Wish I was outside looking at it. Connie, right now, it looks like it's going to be headed towards Lamesa. No tornadic potential right now. Just some heavy rain, gusty winds, and likely some hail going on with this too. But right now, looks like the worst may go more towards O'Donnell instead of Lamesa. Roy, right now maybe a little bit of splitting there between that southern portion that's moving more easterly and the northern portion moving more northeasterly. But we'll see. It could develop into more of kind of a Boeing feature tonight with some gustier winds across the region. Victoria, just be safe out there. With that lightning, we always say when thunder roars, head indoors. So be safe. The storm doesn't look to be hitting Brownfield tonight. Better chance tomorrow for you in Brownfield. Matt, no tornado threat, just hail and high wind potential. Hail up to quarter sized and 60 mile per hour wind gusts, the main potentials right now. Estrella. So my biggest advice for you to get into the field of meteorology one day is to focus heavily on your atmospheric thermodynamic courses. Some prerequisites that you'll have to do are Calculus 1, 2, 3, and 4. Physics 1 and 2 I had to do a series of thermodynamic courses. Synoptic meteorology, physical meteorology, some radar courses, mesoscale meteorology. Lots of meteorology courses. I don't know exactly what all is offered there at Texas Tech, so definitely confer with your academic advisor and ask with them. But some of those prereqs are going to be your Calculus 1 through 4, Physics 1 and 2, that is Cal-based as well. So lots of math and science. I was not a big fan of the math, but I struggled through to get where I am today. I do not do paid ads. We actually have a live camera in Tahoka. Let's get that pulled up. This is a live look in Seminole. Here's a live look in Tahoka, where they've got those showers and storms moving in now. Nothing too major there. Some nice lightning strikes. Slayton, you got those showers and storms beginning to move into your area now, just south of town. I believe our camera's looking back northwest here. It's a little cat running across the street down there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Down by the train. Or maybe a fox. I don't know. Some kind of animal. Yeah, this is what we got going on up there tonight. The current time is 12:05 a.m. Brianna, seems like y'all do get missed. 82nd and Slide yesterday. Y'all kind of lucked out and missed out on the hailstorm just east of you. Up to ping pong boss-sized hail was reported in some portions of south central Lubbock yesterday. So consider yourselves lucky with that trend yesterday. And nothing too crazy out there tonight. Looking at some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible across the area with this activity. And in addition to that, some quarter to golf ball-sized hailstones have been confirmed out of this activity down just east of Seminole. That's going to be headed closer towards Lamesa, O'Donnell area. Hobbs, this is going to stay to your south and east tonight. Brianna saying, shout out to the Everything Lubbock weather app. Saved my new flowers from getting pummeled. She ran out. We sent out that push notification. She ran out and brought them in real quick so they didn't get hailed on. New home. Let's look. New home, it just passed through your area. Looks like the worst stayed to your south and east. So this is moving into the Slayton area right now. It's not severe in Slayton, but it is beginning to move into that area. This warning runs for the next 21 minutes here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to miss Lubbock completely to the southeast. There for a minute it was building back more northeasterly, and now it's shifted further to the east. Sorry, Cynthia. Keep that hype for tomorrow. We do have another chance to see some tomorrow. They've got that new warning out now for Gaines County. Let me go and get this issued. Turn all this lightning off because it's a little distracting here. Let's see what the National Weather Service is saying specifically here. $50 sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Moving east at roughly 10. Move this line here. So let me readjust this here. Happy April 29th, everyone. This is portions of Andrews, Gaines, and Dawson counties through 1 a.m. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And $half size hail. Are possible with the storm moving east at 10 miles per hour. I slapped so bad sometimes it kills my neck. Oops. Let me adjust this right quick. The wrong picture on my Facebook page. The wrong storm on it, so I need to go back and replace that really quickly. There we go. Thank God for grace. So heads up, Lamesa. This looks like it could clip you. The worst part may go just north of town there in Lamesa, but we'll watch it close. There we go. Okay, got that all adjusted and situated. That lightning counter back on now. Over 500 strikes over the past hour. You can see where it's all heading. Basically, line is building to the north and east, and then overall the entire thing is shifting to east. Yeah, Lubbock, this looks to pass to just to the southeast of the metro. Missed us by just a couple of miles. You have a good night as well. Appreciate you tuning in. Y'all get some rest. So I usually work from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. But since I am the chief meteorologist here at KLBK, whenever the weather gets real bad, I have to come up no matter what time of day it is. So since I'm the chief, I'm kind of responsible to be here whenever things get crazy. Yeah, Victoria, we can take a look at tomorrow as well. We do have the chance to see, let me find it real quick. More severe weather across the region tomorrow. So as we go forward in time, this is by around noon, starting to see just some, maybe some isolated storms out there. Then as we continue forward in time, by around 2, 3, 4 o'clock time frame, we start to see that activity build over western areas. And this is a new update, a little different than what... Hold on just 1 second. Okay, here we go. That's what happened. Okay, so as we go forward in time, tomorrow, since we're past midnight now, everything shifted in my graphic system, so I had to go back and adjust it. So by noon, isolated showers over some of our eastern areas. Then as we continue forward in time, by the 2 to 4 p.m. time frame, notice these individualized cells that start to pop up near Lubbock. These are going to have the greatest hail potential, tornado potential associated with them initially tomorrow. And then by 4 o'clock, more of that activity developing and pushing to the east. So that's kind of how we saw today, just not as much across the region. But through around 8 p.m., we're going to continue to see that. Then isolated activity will start to develop as dry line backs to the west tomorrow after sunset, especially like we're seeing happen right now. And then that activity tomorrow night could be on the severe side as well, eventually developing into more of a line and pushing off to the east through tomorrow morning. Then by midday, maybe some isolated showers up north with another wave of storms moving through Wednesday evening possibly. So a couple of different waves possible here over the next several days. As we really just continue this kind of overall pattern that we've been in really for the past week now. You are very welcome down there in Gaines County. We might be in Lubbock, but we care about you guys too. Some good rain falling down here in Gaines and Dawson County tonight. Lamesa, this looks like it's going to probably come right over the top of you now. Or go just north. It's going right along and just north of 180. And 180 is where Lamesa is located. So, especially if you live just north of Lamesa, you're going to get some pretty decent impact out of this. I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping up with the Facebook comments as well, folks. White River Lake, you'll probably see a little bit of rain out of this. watching this closely. This is not moving all that quickly as we take a look at rainfall estimates over the past 3 hours. Yeah, radar is estimating upwards of 2 to maybe even 3 inches of rain in this narrow band here. So not surprised by that at all. Wouldn't be surprised if we do see some flash flood alerts that are eventually issued as a result of this as well. Excuse me. Yeah, some very heavy rain falling out of this. Latest severe tracker showing that biggest hail core there in northwestern Dawson County. North between Tahoka and Lubbock there along Highway 87, up to some quarter-size hail likely falling right now as well. Just northeast of Tahoka, back near Wilson, Wayside, Union, headed towards Slayton, heads up for you. Tahoka, you got some activity moving in. Newmore, back to Wells, skiing areas, you're going to have a pretty good hail core move through. Not moving into Pumpkin Center right now. Welch, Pride, Grandview, Mungerville. Lamesa going to be very close to you. It's going to kind of like right on the north side of town. Arvana heads up for the hail core for you and Hindman. O'Donnell looks to be the most intense portion of the storm right now. Another one south of Seminole, headed back towards Andrews as well. Down here, ooh, yeah, that one west of Andrews. Lordy, if that holds together through Andrews, expect some pretty sizable hail to move in through the city of Andrews down in Andrews County. Kind of see that outflow getting kicked out with it right here too, indicating some of those stronger wind gusts out ahead of the main line of storms. That could hopefully help to kind of diminish those storms as it stabilizes the atmosphere, the environment out ahead of it. And this is kind of what we're looking at out there right now, folks. I'm going to turn some of these town names off just so we can see radar a little bit more. There we go. See what it's showing. Just started raining in O'Donnell. Yeah, that rain just now moving in for you, Benny. Jayla, no need to worry about preparing your bathtub here in Lubbock. We're going to have most of this pass to our south and east here in the metro. Southeastern Lubbock County, though, you are getting in on some of the action. We'll pop a few of those town names back up. There we go. So y'all can get a better idea of where everything is at. Lots of lightning down in Brownfield. Special thanks to Alan Tatum for sending in that video on Facebook. Snyder, nothing imminent for you. Goodness gracious. Getting all the lightning alerts popping up on my phone. Level under Spire, you're in the clear. Nothing expected off of University Avenue here in Lubbock. And Lamesa heads up. Headed right into your area. I think our Lamesa camera is down. Here's our Tahoka. Some good rainfall in Tahoka. I think Lamesa, it's still for like frozen. Yeah, this was from last summer. Haven't gotten that one up and running yet. Slayton, where are you? There you are. Not there, but there. Some good rain falling down there in Slayton now. Lots of lightning too. Slayton, you technically are not included in the severe thunderstorm warning. The National Weather Service saying that they are planning on letting this warning expire because they really haven't gotten any confirmation of severe criteria, wind gust, or hail sizes from the storm. So if you are seeing some, let me know. You can either email that to me. Um, So I'm putting my email on here. If you have any hail reports, wind gust reports, or anything like that in these areas being impacted, email that to me to jrileywx@gmail.com so that way we can pass that information along to the National Weather Service so they have a better idea as to actually what's happening on the ground level. Eduardo, not right now. Not necessarily becoming outflow dominant. Some of those down in Gaines County, or Andrews and Gaines County might be. But again, sometimes those outflow winds just occur with the storms, especially this time of the year. Strongest portion of this line is definitely here in Dawson County. Right here. That's tracking generally to the east and northeast. So it looks like it's going to just clip Lamesa. Headed towards, again, it's right over Pumpkin Center right now. Headed towards Hindman, down in Borden County, northwest Borden County near Mesquite, close to Draw and southern Lynn, O'Donnell, Redwine. O'Donnell, it's going to pass right between Lamesa and O'Donnell there along Highway 87. So we'll be watching it close. Gloria's saying it rained and hailed pretty bad there in Seminole. Hailed for about 30 minutes straight. That's crazy. How large was it, Gloria? Thanks for tuning in, Nick. Appreciate that. Jennifer, any hail expected for Milwaukee and 34th area in Lubbock? Not tonight. Could see some tomorrow, though. Yeah, down near Lamesa, that's the worst part of the storm by far right now. Moving that way. Slayton, you've got, again, that little cell that's popped up over the top of you. Let's go back to our Lamesa cam. I'm sorry. Our Slayton camera. Here we go. It's raining pretty good right now. Down in Dawson County in Welch, northwestern Dawson County, our Mesonet site there has picked up 42/100ths of an inch of rainfall. Where these storms are falling for the most part, we really haven't had, we don't have any of those measurement sites there. Slayton, it's just started within the last 5 minutes for you. So we've only gotten 1/100th of an inch of rainfall there being reported. Let's take a look at our neighborhood weather network powered by Tempest. Let's see what it's showing down in Gaines County. So Loop, about 36/100ths of an inch being reported there. This is our exclusive neighborhood weather network powered by Tempest that we have here on KLBK. So Loop, again, picking up 36/100ths of an inch of rainfall. See about Lubbock County, if we've got those in Slayton that are starting to pick anything up. None just yet. So that warning has expired here for Lynn and Terry counties. Glad you're getting that rain down there in Seminole, though, Gloria. You guys need it. Up there in Snyder. John, I'm looking for you, man. I think these storms are probably going to stay more to your south there in Snyder okay tonight. Because you're just east of Altus there. Let me see. They could make it up that way close to 6 a.m. or so. But again, you have your chances tomorrow, too, of more severe storms up there. But these specifically could by close to 5, 6 a.m. or so. These are starting to develop more into Crosby County now. Let's show these town names, reduce them just a little bit here. Again, these in Crosby County are not severe criteria. I say that and watch will issue a warning as soon as I say it's not. There is a potential for some tornadoes tomorrow. Should have that new Storm Prediction Center graphic, the SPC outlook, coming out soon for day 2. Or the new day 1. The biggest potential for tomorrow is going to be hail across the region, though. I have a good buddy that gives me a hard time about how I pronounce hail that falls from the sky. So, disclaimer, I'm not cursing at you, I promise. I just can't get that East Texas out of me all the way. So Lamesa, the worst part of this is going to go just north of town, but their Highway 87 between O'Donnell and Lamesa, a pretty good hail core is about to move through. Right near Arvana area. Pumpkin Center got hit pretty good. Hindman going to get hit as well. Mungerville got hit pretty decently as well. Again, this is the strongest portion. And then again, just north of O'Donnell, between O'Donnell and Tohoka near Skeen, over towards Wells. Decent little hail core going on there. Same story in Wilson. Slayton, you've got a good little hail core moving into town now. In fact, let's go and check in at Slayton. See what it looks like. Hopefully it's just very heavy rain and not hail. Kind of hard to tell. This is going to stay just north of Knott and Big Spring, Jeremy. Nice. Leckman posted over on my Facebook page a picture of some hail that they had down at in Seminole. Looks like it snowed. Slayton getting a nice, good rainfall right now. Love to see it. Maybe some hail mixed in there too. Some hail. I don't even know how the right way to pronounce it is, so. No offense, it's just my Northeast Texas twang coming out. Crosbyton, y'all are starting to see some storms to your south. This will likely have a better chance of impacting you in Crosbyton than it will Ross, but White River Lake, there you go. It's going to be headed your way. They need all the rain they can get out at White River Lake, y'all. They are so dry. They've been so dry for so long. Watching this little cell between Lamesa and O'Donnell, it's kind of speeding up compared to the rest of the line. Ping pong ball size hail now possible with this one. Yeah, Jeanette, as long as the rain goes into the lake and not your house. That's what we would prefer. Yeah, that is certainly the strongest portion of this line right now. Some good old rain for the most part. Likely some embedded gustier winds and some larger hailstones. Ooh. Some of these future track models tomorrow go crazy over Lubbock with storm potential. Don't like that. So tomorrow our forecast calls for the potential of up to DVD-sized hailstones, which are 5 inches in diameter, up to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and a couple of tornadoes not out of the question either. It's going to be tricky based off of where our cold front moves in, where it moves into, where it ends up stalling and everything as well. Because some of the data is just a little ridiculous. Like ridiculously severe. The NAM is trying to take out Lubbock tomorrow. Good grief. The radar suggesting up to about quarter-sized hail still possible in portions of the storm. portions of this line of storms. See what our measurement site says down here near Lamesa. Lamesa just gusted to 50 as this storm moved in. O'Donnell gusted it into 31 now. Tehoka gusted to 34. Slayton gusted to 31. New Home gusted to 31. That was good. No crazy intense wind speeds. Seminole's measurement site has not had any rain at all. Jennifer, the earliest severe weather could start tomorrow is going to be at noon. Most likely beginning time frame is 2 to 4 p.m. But kind of like we're seeing tonight, we'll have our first initial wave, but then another wave of severe weather will be possible tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning. So it's going to be another long week of severe weather here. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning going on out there tonight. Let's look at it. Jeez. So if you joined us at the beginning of our live stream tonight, we had no lightning at all with these storms right when they popped up. We're over 750 strikes within the past hour now. So lots of lightning. The strongest portion of this segment, without a doubt, is going to be this bowing feature here in Dawson and Lynn counties. It's pushing east. So it's right over the Arvana area now, headed towards O'Donnell, going to be impacting southern portions of Garza and northern Borden counties next. So heads up there. Thankfully, all this activity missed Lubbock to the south and east tonight, which is great. We don't want any hail. I'm trying, y'all, on the pronunciation there. Ugh. Loveland, you're in the clear for tonight. You do have the chance to see some strong to severe storms tomorrow. Richie out on 1585 saying the lightning is crazy. I believe it. Killzaz, so whenever we as meteorologists always say we cannot rule out a tornado, what that means is that our main concerns are going to be focused on the hail and wind potential, but based on the different ingredients that we have in our atmosphere, in our environment, there will be the chance for us to see some isolated tornadoes. However, they're not our main concern. Rawls, it's just to your south. Crosbyton has a better chance to be hit by this line of storms. We do have a new warning that's come out now. But again, Rawls, you could see some activity. Crosbyton, a better chance for you. Snyder, we do have these storms that are going to be headed your general direction. I don't know if they'll maintain themselves all the way over there, but wouldn't hurt to keep an eye out just in case. So we do have this new warning now that has been issued for Lynn County, the southeastern half. Let's see what the National Weather Service is saying. 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and quarter-size hail. Possible with this storm near O'Donnell, moving northeast now at about 45 miles per hour. So we'll track it out this way. This is the one they're worried about at 45. As we move in this general direction. That's good to me. There we go. Lubbock, we are in the clear tonight. May not be tomorrow, though. It is now 12:50 a.m. Meteorologist Chris White. It'll be getting here in about an hour or so. This new warning for Lynn County runs through 1:15 a.m. for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. This is moving northeast at 40. Beverly Ledesma reported on Facebook lots of rain and pea-sized hail fell there in Lamesa. The worst part definitely looks to be north of the storm. And hopefully the National Weather Service office out of Midland will reissue that soon. Because that is out of the warning polygon now. That's what the National Weather Service out of Lubbock is extending this warning based on too. Here we go. this general area here. So heads up post. Moving into post at 1:29 a.m. Definitely getting some good rain out of this. Definitely seeing quite a bit of lightning out of the storm. There is that latest warning. Lubbock is in the clear tonight, Laney, yes. Let's take a look at those velocity products. Storm relative right now, nothing too alarming. We look at base velocity, some gustier winds being picked up out ahead of the main line here, upwards of maybe some 60 mile per hour gusts, some of that embedded as well. As we take a look at correlation coefficient, definitely some hail being detected in this area with that false spike there. You can see that being popped up for sure. A little bit of some three-body scatter spikes here on the back side as well, indicating we've got a good hail core here and here. Not as much there in northwestern Garza County or central portions of Crosby County. Those are a lot closer to the radar side as well. Our Barron button indicating up to maybe some ping pong ball sized hail there in northeastern Dawson County. But this continues to be the strongest portion of this line, headed in this general direction. Heads up post. That will be affecting you. Eduardo, you should be able to see it in the app, as long as your layer is on the correct one. Lamisa, the worst is past you now. Still some isolated more showers and storms will be moving into Lamisa. There is a cell in northern Andrews County that could impact Lamisa. And this is general movement over the past hour or so. I'm going to hop away from the computer really quickly for a brief moment, everyone, and I will be back in just a moment. I'm going to leave radar up while I'm gone, though, but it will get a little quiet here on my end. Alright, everyone, so a new update coming out now here. 80 mile per hour wind coming for Lynn County. It's a pretty significant storm now. Why did we bump it up? Oh my goodness, a 93 mile per hour wind gust reported in O'Donnell. Yikes. Okay. Pretty serious situation here now, folks. Destructive thunderstorm warning tag on this. That is a very serious situation. 90 mile per hour winds confirmed. Movement on this is northeast at 45. If you are in the path of this storm, your WEA alerts are going to be going off on your phone. That's what happens when I step away from the computer. Stuff gets crazy.